So in the run up to Christmas, the voluntary sector has once again been brilliant. For some small groups where they've got ready to open again, and then because restrictions have changed, have had not to open, have started to meet people and then gone back to not meeting people. They've really put a lot of effort into trying to make sure people don't feel alone at Christmas. And there's one particular, although lots of people are doing this, one particular example that I really love at the moment. There's a group called Dancing with Dementia, and of the many things Dancing with Dementia are doing, they're sending out secret Santa packages to care homes. They started off by wanting to send them to 6 that they work with regularly, and ended up being able to send them to 17. So they did a general appeal to all sorts of people. But what's lovely is they've also worked really closely with other local groups. So there's a group called Busy Bees, which does sewing, and it's free to people to join. And whilst we've been in lockdown, Busy Bees have been making masks to a very high standard, surgical mask, and they've made hundreds and hundreds of masks, which they've given away to free to other voluntary sector partners and to people that need them. And because I think masks get a bit dull if you keep doing just masks, they've also been making lovely little toys and door stops and bags and things like that. So Dancing with Dementia had a load of material they were able to donate from another organisation. They donated it to Busy Bees, who are going to make masks, some of which will go back to care homes. And then at the same time, Busy Bees then donated them a load of the lovely things that they'd made to put into the packages that also go into care homes. At the same time, not very far away, another group called Twiddle Club, who are the ladies and gentlemen, one gentleman I think, who have been knitting hearts and teddy bears for the hospital and the care homes whilst people have been completely locked in. They were contacted for the muffs which they usually make, which have got ribbons and bibbins and things on, and those are apparently very useful for people with reduced capacity and dementia to keep themselves, their hands busy and to sort of stimulate them. So I then put in touch with Dancing with Dementia, and at the same time those two groups linked to dress dolls, because again, apparently it's not something I know personally. Caring for a doll is really, really quite fulfilling for somebody with dementia at a certain stage and can bring them back a little bit. And I know that Leslie told me in one case, a lady who had not been active at all started to be active in terms of moving around and nursing the doll and pushing it around. So at the same time, Twiddle Club have been knitting lovely, lovely dolls for clothes for reconditioned dolls. So I think that for me, the ethos of this is that the voluntary sector looks after people within it, and we, because we're part of the voluntary sector in Salford, are very good at rising to the occasion and meeting those needs. And I really just want to say thank you to all of the groups that I work with, because it has been difficult over the last 10 months. This is my bedroom, and I have been in my bedroom most of the last 10 months. But it's been very uplifting to work with groups who sort of haven't given up at any point, and in fact have increased what they've done. People who don't like computers and have learnt how to go online to have meetings. People who are not particularly keen on walking but have decided that they're going to be part of a distance walking group, so they can support other people who are quite nervous in getting out and doing something. People who maybe weren't terribly active before but have decided that what they're going to do is they're going to help deliver food at Christmas. Groups who usually meet for a chat, getting together to do, I think in New Beginnings case, around 50 Christmas boxes for families who just aren't able to get out and whose members may be no longer working. So I think the point behind this little bit of a Christmas blog is to say thank you so much to the rest of the sector. You are really, really appreciated, and you do wonderful work.